The cost of living is getting more expensive, dude.
Just for one day, it's going to cost you $174.
2 falafel meals. Well, one's gyro, one's falafel, whatever. $40.
You gotta go to this grocery store, cause maybe a meat just a little bit cheaper at this grocery store than it is down at the other grocery store.
I don't know what the heck. I know I'm not the only one going through this.
From grocery to rent and gas and utility bills, cost of everyday life keep rising. Millions of Americans are asking the same question: when simply living become this expensive? You guys let me know down below the comment how you've been feeling this economy, because every day you go out, you will definitely feel it. If you have a car, you know what I'm saying. If you don't have a car, maybe you feeling the economy in a different way, but we all in the same boat. Let's check out this video.
Oh, look, we got a damning new poll. Yeah, it says Americans say cost of living is worse than they can ever remember. Ever. For a lot of people, I'm sure that includes 2008. But yeah, people don't ever remember it being this bad. And Washington is still walking around pretending like they're doing something. And the American people are literally telling them, it's awful out here. It's really, really bad out here. And guess what the administration's doing about it? Absolutely nothing. No plans. Nothing.
All y'all bragging about America being the richest country in the world look wacky as hell, because it's not like that money going in your pockets. The top 10% of this country is the richest that we've ever seen in the world, and you know why? Because they exploit the working class. You make money by making profit. You know what's profitable? Not paying you a fair wage. You know what's profitable? Not paying you enough so that you qualify for social programs so that the government pays for you. AKA our taxes, the working class's taxes. Like, you are being screwed over.
Bro, every time you walk out the house, $100. $100. Every time you take another step, $100.
I think it's crazy how we talk about these tariffs like other countries are ripping us off and ignore the fact that Americans have been price gouging each other for the longest time. Here's what I'm talking about. To go skiing in Okemo, New Hampshire, just for one day, it's going to cost you $174. And if you're between the ages of 7 to 12, it's going to be $132. And I know what you're going to say, that skiing is a luxury activity, that it's for the rich, but is it really? Here's Okemo's rate sheet from winter 1982, and it's going to blow your mind how much cheaper skiing used to be. A single day lift ticket was $20 for an adult on the weekend, and for a kid, it was around $15. And that's not even the craziest thing. You could get a whole ski lesson for just $11. And I know our money has lost a lot of value over the last 40 years, but was $20 back then really worth $175 today? No way. And this doesn't even address the cost of food. A burger today is $20. If you take your family there just for lunch, you're spending at least $100. Imagine what it used to cost back then. And that's what I'm talking about. When you go out to eat at a ski resort where there's only one option, or when you're on the beach and there's only one food stand, they're going to charge you an ungodly amount of money. But that doesn't happen in other countries. I was on a beach in Italy last summer drinking $2 Aperol Spritz, and it was the only place you could get anything from. If that was in the US, they'd probably be charging $20 or $25 for the same exact thing. This is just my rant for the day, but let me know if you think we're getting gouged too.
How are y'all affording stuff right now? I feel like we're not talking enough about this. Everything is so freaking expensive, and I don't know what the heck. I know I'm not the only one going through this. I mean, from groceries, clothes, everything is so expensive right now, and it's literally by the grace of God that me and my family are surviving. I can't imagine what it's like for somebody who doesn't make the type of money that I make. And I don't even make a lot of money. But like, this is really a struggle. How are we surviving?
I am so sick of how expensive it is to just live. Before I left work, I had to make sure I bought tickets to my kids' musical for school. and I'm going both nights, and then my parents and my husband's parents are going one night, and then we're going as a family one night. So I just paid for those tickets. For all those tickets all together, it was like $62 or something like that, 62. And then I left work. I got my kids to school. I had to get gas. I was on E. My gas light was on. I had busy like for the rest of the evening after I wake up after sleeping. So I was like, let me just do it. It just cost $78 to fill my tank. I do have a mid-size SUV. I have a Chevy Traverse. But literally before this day has even started, I have now spent $140. How the freak do you sustain life anymore? I don't know. It's so frustrating how expensive everything is. It's like every time you turn around, there's like something else to pay for. And I know that's being an adult and I know that's life, but it's so frustrating. $78 to fill my tank. That's a record. That's the most it's ever cost me to fill my tank since I've gotten this car. I'm unwell.
I don't know who need to hear these, but childcare was never supposed to be $2,000 a month. It was never supposed to be that. Car insurance was never supposed to be $600 a month. Okay? A box of cereal was never supposed to be $5. America is greedy. That's all.
You cannot live any form of a good life on anything less than like $13,000 a month take home after tax. Why is credit card debt at an all-time high? Because to live a normal basic life requires $10,000 a month for a singular human. And now if you go get married and have kids and you have childcare, it's like triple that. What is a trip to Disney? Like 10 grand? Dude, what? A bowl at Chipotle is like $22. You go to Cava, it's like $19. Like, bro, what? I remember it was like $8 when I was in college. Everything is stupidly more expensive. In 2019, we lived in downtown Tampa, Harbor Island, super nice place. It was $1,800 a month. That same place now is like $4,200 a month. Same place, wasn't renovated or anything. It's just inflation.
I can't be the only one that went to public school in the U.S. and the education system had us out here thinking that the U.S. was just spreading freedom. Turns out we were actually spreading instability across many countries all over the world. This is a series where I break down some of the countries that the U.S. has screwed over. There's so many, but, I'm going to keep it to the top 5. I didn't learn this in school, so I'm learning it as an adult, and you're coming with me. Let's get uncomfortable and educated. In every single one of these coups that I'm about to talk about, the leader was either left-leaning, nationalist, or anti-colonial. The U.S. used the excuse of fighting communism, but the real motive was actually protecting Western corporate and political power.
Cost of living is one of the most subtly evil phrases to ever enter our lexicon. The cost of living. The phrase is so normalized we don't even hear how dystopian it sounds anymore. It implies by default in our current system, nobody inherently deserves to live. You can quite literally be priced out of life. Even the question, how do you earn a living, implies that a living is something you have to earn. Have to earn the right to exist? Says fucking who? What do you mean those at the top, the ones benefiting from the system, the ones that set up the system, the ones that hoard all their wealth while the rest of us fight for scraps just to survive? Who decided that unless you generate a profit for shareholders and your boss, you don't deserve housing, food, or healthcare? That's what the system is saying. If you don't increase shareholder value, you die. And if you fall behind, that's your own personal failure, instead of a very predictable outcome from a system that's designed to keep people stressed, exhausted, and broke. People hear that and go, well, that's life. No, it's not. This is a system that we created. Money isn't naturally occurring like oxygen or gravity. We invented money. It's all fake. Pieces of paper or a number on a screen. It's not real. Money only has value because we say it does. We all collectively decided tomorrow that money is worthless. It would just become worthless immediately. I don't think people fully grasp this concept. We all as a collective are just agreeing that a piece of paper with the number 100 on it actually is valuable. It's all pretend. But it has real world impacts. People die over this shit. People freeze to death while cities have empty homes. People starve to death while supermarkets throw away excess food. People work 60 hours a week and still can't afford to live. Then we're told there's not enough money for healthcare, housing, education, raising wages, while they launch themselves into space for fun. Fucking coming for you, Katy Perry. We don't need to live like this. This isn't a
a system that's fixed in place, set up by design to be this cruel. It's intentional. Capitalism only works when there's a threat of homelessness, when there's a threat of death. People can't organize a revolution when they're too tired and hungry from working 60 hours a week. If people weren't afraid of losing everything, they wouldn't tolerate being exploited. They literally don't have the energy to question the system that's taking advantage of them. Once again, this is by design. Before anyone tries to twist my words, I'm not saying everyone should just magically get everything for free. It's incomprehensible to me that in the richest era in human history, people have to earn the right to live. Nobody should ever have to justify their existence through productivity. We shouldn't even be discussing the cost of living. Human beings should just be allowed to live. I feel like I'm going insane. How is this not the baseline standard of our society? Under capitalism, everything has to have a cost because someone needs to make a profit. That is not human nature.
And when are we gonna address the fact that the cost of living is literally costing a fucking living? I ain't signed up for this shit. A motherfucker is tired. Very grateful to be able to obtain in this time that we're living in. Cause God forbid you gotta start over. They not even hiring, not only for degrees, but for regular jobs, regular positions. They're not hiring for shit. Then don't have been somewhere where the cost of living was already high as a motherfucker. Now it's triple double that. Quality shit as fuck. Go to the grocery store. The second you buy some motherfucking fruit, you bring that shit home. Do you know you got 30 minutes? 30. Gas is literally lasting 2 and a possible. Bitch, 48 hours? All I did was go to work and back home. Like, it's not even that far, bitch. I'm like 10 minutes away. Like, I'm over it for real though. I'm truly over it. Then they wonder why motherfuckers ain't having kids. Like, is you cool? For what? Motherfuckers without kids don't even want them anymore. Like, it's just, no, they don't even want them. And then everybody else that have them already, they're done. They're done. Bitches is starting to get their tubes tied. Bitch, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I don't have to get an abortion. I'm not having no more. Like, is y'all fucking cool? It's crazy out here. On top of it's being HIV every motherfucking where you turn, bitch. Ain't nobody worried about fucking. Then y'all getting ready to take away Medicare and Medicaid. Who the fuck got time to be raising kids on top of taking care of their elder loved ones? Like, it's just too much going on. It's enough is enough.
I just went to Zaxby's. Me and my 5-year-old food was $30. What the fuck? Cheeto head, you gotta go. Somebody, you got to go. You can't even finish this goddamn term. Get your ass. $30 for Zaxby's.
The economy is going to crash. Everybody's suffering greatly. All the experts are saying it. And not only that, but I just went to my local animal shelter today because I like to go in there sometimes with my kids to interact with the animals. It's good for the animals, it's good for my kids, and it's a fun time. And I went there today just to go look at some cats and look at some dogs. And while I was there, the amount of animals that were surrendered willingly is insane to me. I have never before seen that amount of surrenders. Usually what you see a lot of in an animal shelter, coming from somebody who volunteered at an animal shelter for all 4 years of my high school experience, usually a lot of what you see isn't surrenders. It's usually animals being found. It's usually strays. You do sometimes see surrenders, of course, but the majority of the animals are usually strays, especially cats. And when I was there, damn near all of the animals that were there for adoption were surrendered animals by their owners. And it is absolutely heartbreaking. And it is just going to show, how bad our economy is, that people are having to give up their pets, their family. That is absolutely fucking depressing and horrible that it has come to this. And our government does not care.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, the cost of living high as fuck. You can't even cut back to make ends meet. You just gotta start stealing. Just start stealing wherever you go. The shoe store, the grocery store. I don't know. Go to the doctor's office, steal peppermints off the counter. Just steal something. You'll feel better. The ends gonna meet. I don't know. Steal time. Bitch, clock in and go home. I don't. Just steal. Because it ain't getting no better. We at war, gas high, groceries high, I'm high. Like what's left to do? We done tried all we could do. Hell, daycare high. Shit, you can't even go to school no more. School high, like college and shit. It's just apartments high, can't buy a house, shit high, everything high.
The cost of living is so high, our economy is so bad, and the job market is so bad, to the point where if you don't have a roommate, a significant other, live with your parents, or are on government aid, you are genuinely just cooked. Like, I live in Iowa. My groceries for like a week and a half used to be around $80. It is at least $120 now, depending on what I want to eat. Like, I am not making enough for that. Like, I genuinely feel guilty when buying or eating food. Literally, all my money either goes to rent, food, car bill, utilities. I spend nothing on myself. I work my ass off to spend nothing on myself. And this is the situation for most Gen Z, for most people in their early 20s. It's actually insane.
I ain't gonna lie, we in the end times, bro. End times when it comes to America specifically. And after I graduate college, bro, I'm not staying in America, bro. We just not staying in America. One reason we not staying in America, and this is a big reason. Rent is getting more expensive. The cost of living is getting more expensive, dude. There's places where you gotta pay double the rent, triple the rent. Like they looking at all that now. So like, and then I don't be understanding how most people just be having the ability to just like buy a car and shit. Or like me personally, bro, when it comes to my circumstances, I don't even feel like as much as I want to have a car, financing and all that, I don't got time to be doing that because you putting yourself in more responsibility that you gotta pick yourself up and carry yourself out of just for enough time to pass by to where you gotta pay for something else or you gotta move in this. It's like a constant trap when it comes to America. So after I graduate college, bro, the plan is to go to China, bro. Just head to China. Head to China.
And you can't get all your shopping done in one store no more. You got to go to this grocery store, cause maybe a meat just a little bit cheaper at this grocery store than it is down at the other grocery store. But then you go to the other grocery store, cause you probably get grapes for probably about 10 cents less on a pound. And then you go to the other grocery store, cause the milk might be a little bit cheaper. But they say you do it all at one grocery store, you're gonna be out of $5,000. Then you got to search for a gas station, cause down the road, the gas station, down the road, the gas at the gas station might be 15 cents cheaper. But you go back way back yonder, and it's $16 a gallon. Then you got to go back home, and by the time you get back home, your gas tank back on E. I just stay at the house.
You know how I know the cost of living is getting like absolutely out of this ass? I'm at Sam's Club, and normally for like a roast, hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. For like a roast like this, they would sell them like in a 2-pack. And you come here because like shit's in bulk or whatever, right? They're not even selling it in a 2-pack. And my theory has to be that because with the 2-pack, it would be almost like 40, sometimes 50, up to $60. And nobody can fucking afford that. That is the time when a wholesale club is not selling items like wholesale.
You'd like to leave your home? I'm sure you would. That'd be $100. Yeah. You want to go to the grocery store? Maybe you got to get some gas? Sure you would. That'll be $100. What's for dinner? You don't feel like washing dishes? So you're gonna order some food? That'll be $100. You can't leave the house anymore without spending $100 fucking dollars. It's $100 to live. You want to breathe? That's $100 at minimum. Okay, listen, I am not the best with money. I'll be honest, I'm not the best with money, but I don't think I'm the worst either. Okay, we had a nice, it's Easter. Today's Easter. Planned on spending most of the day indoors. And we did. Spent most of the day indoors, had like a little breakfast thing. We made stuff at home. Totally fine. It's like free at that point, right? Because we didn't spend any money today. Well, it's about dinner time. I wanted some food. Also, the dishwasher's broken, so I don't want to do any more dishes. I just had to empty out the dishwasher. It's broken right now, and I had to hand wash everything. I know, God forbid, I hand wash a dish in the year 2026, but I don't want to wash any more dishes today. So I said, I'm not cooking anything. I'm getting some food to go. I'm not going to get it sent to our house because that costs extra money. I'll go pick it up. So I call in an order. I go get some falafels. 2 falafel meals. Well, one's gyro, one's falafel, whatever. $40, $45. Okay, whatever. That's just the cost of being alive. So I pay it. I pay the $45. While I'm out, I'm like, okay, well, we need a little bit of like a couple of essentials for the home, like some sodas. We're soda drinkers. In my big age, yes, I want a soda. Sorry. So we're some soda drinkers. We each get our own individual can case of sodas. It usually lasts us a while, but we drink different things. So I get 2 cans of sodas. I get some rice cakes because I want some snacks for work. And there's some discounted Easter candy. They're like 50% off of a little chocolate bunny and then some gummies. I get those. How much does that cost, do you think, at the fucking grocery store? $50 fucking dollars. I probably got something else. I can't think of it right now, but that's essentially it. Oh, wait, and I got 1 pack of frozen dumplings to take to work. Boom. So that right there, we're at $95. Haven't even got gas yet. I got half a tank. I'm just praying it makes me until I get paid again. I just got paid. So I have an addiction. I have a small addiction to these. And I'm passing by a gas station on my way home, and my partner asked specifically for like Cadbury eggs. If I see any Cadbury eggs, no one has any fucking Cadbury eggs. So I stopped. I get these, and I'm looking for Cadbury eggs. I get 2 of these because I run through these, and I got 1 of these. $15. I am 100, and I've been outside of the house for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes, I have spent $110. I'm going to need to get gas in like 3 days. And that, God, I don't even want that. It's like literally $4 a gallon. I don't even want to think about how much that's going to cost. God bless America.
It costs so much to be poor in this country. It's just astronomical. I'm not here to give you the hard numbers and the facts. I'm just kind of speaking off of my lived experience and intuition and just what I see in the world. And it's just, it's like a cycle, right? If you're not taught about money growing up and it's not prioritized to you, and you know, let's just say you have some hardships in your life. Let's say you have childhood trauma, right? So your nervous system it's overly activated. Maybe you become habituated to chaos and disorder. Maybe that's, you know, normal to you. It feels safe and familiar in some weird way. So you tend to engage in self-destructive behaviors and cycles because that's just like what you know, right? So you end up setting yourself up for failure. Boom, just from the get-go because of your trauma, and that's not healed. And the way that modern life is, it's not conducive to healing from trauma. Let's just be honest, because most people have a smartphone, and these are chaos machines. They're like, we're not all supposed to be connected 24/7 all the time, you know? Like, it's funny, if we're just so reachable all the time, why aren't people reaching us, right? Like, no one's really texting or calling. And if you're texting or calling people, you're really standing out among the pack because you're just like, people really appreciate that. But, you know, life is hard, and sometimes you just have to like detach from the world. And I don't mean like, you know, unalive yourself. I just mean like turn your phone off. Maybe sometimes you need to stop reading the news. Sometimes you need to just be grateful for what you got, knowing that it could be a lot worse. And, you know, it's like people could tell you that, but until you've seen it yourself, and some people's situations are just so rough that there's no advice that can be given. Right. There's nothing that you can say to really help someone out. What you could help is like giving money, but most of us are in a situation where we just have no money to give, right? Because we're being price gouged by these, just the cost of living. Like, nobody should have to work to justify health insurance or having a roof over their heads or food on the table. That right there puts you in this hamster wheel of just debt and burnout and why? Why do we have to prove our ability just to survive, just our worth, that we are worthy human beings? And that gets internalized, that something's wrong with you, that you are deficient and flawed. And I'm here to tell you, my friend, you are not. You are not. You are in a game that is rigged, in a system that is just meant to extract resources from you and keep you exhausted so you can't fight back. That's part of the scheme, part of the game. They don't want us fighting back. They don't want us advocating. Because then you're seeing like, oh, you're the problem because you care about this. Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
About sick and darn tired of how much everything costs every day. Why does everything cost so much? Jeez. And why is everything, people be like, it's on sale. It ain't on sale. You jack the price up and put it on sale. That ain't on sale. That ain't on sale. Why can't rent go on sale like 25% off rent, 25% off your mortgage, buy 2 months of electricity, get one free? Anybody? No?
Hey, look. So I was having a conversation with my maintenance man, right? And we was pretty much talking about, because I asked, I'm like, bro, why is there so many people moving out? And he's like, bro, everybody getting kicked out. I'm like, damn, why? He's like, bro, ain't nobody paying their rent. And it made me think, like, bro, this economy is getting wicked. It's wicked out here. Like, it's spooky. Like, prices is going up. Like, apartments, 1 bedroom apartments, shoot, like 16, 1700. Especially, like, I'm in a nice area, so, like, apartment, like 16, 1700. I'm like, so it could be tough on people, especially, like, if you working paycheck to paycheck, right? And you got kids and you not making a decent amount of money, it can be really tough on people. And on top of that, we was talking and he was saying like he knew someone that makes 6 figures and he still work paycheck to paycheck. So when he said that, I'm like, hold on now. He making 6 figures and he still working paycheck to paycheck. I'm like, all right, now it's gotta be like he gotta be living above his means because ain't no way you telling me he making 6 figures and he living paycheck to paycheck. But then again, like you never know someone's situation. But I don't know. It's just crazy that you making 6 figures and you working paycheck to paycheck. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know for real.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if people are going to make it to November to be able to vote out these motherfuckers out of Congress. The cost of food is so high. Only God knows how people are surviving. The cost of a pound of ground beef is anywhere between $7.99 to $10. You cannot buy food to sustain a family with the cost of these prices. And they're going up. And there is no end to the war in sight where it comes to Trump and his foolishness that he's doing. First, he killed us with the tariffs and everything went up. Now it's oil because all of the goods are transported across the United States. The people need diesel in these semi trucks. What do you think is going to happen? Of course, the cost of the oil and diesel is going to be passed on to us. It is reaching a point where people are unable to buy groceries to sustain their daily life. And you all are worried about all the bullshit in a ballroom while they're eating it up. And you can't eat, you can't feed your children. When are you guys in America going to wake up that this is not right? Your health care, your electricity, your water for the data centers has gone up. Your groceries is off the chains. Your gas is off the chains. How much more? What else do you want him to do to you before you wake up?